On this episode of Young Guns TV, I'll be putting myself up to a real challenge, pursuing the pronghorn antelope. These animals live in some of the most wide open environments and have over 300 degrees of vision. And on top of that, it'll be my first time ever going after them with a bow and arrow. So follow along to see if I can beat the odds and harvest a pronghorn buck.
Alright, good morning. It's currently August 18th. I'm archery antelope hunting here in Wyoming, and I just started driving to my area and back about a mile that way, a buck, and I don't know how many does, quite a few, across the road in front of me, and they were actually heading out pretty deep into my area in some nice thick brush. It's actually stalkable. Antelope are pretty tough that way, but I'm gonna go and try to get on them, get my bow set up right now, so I don't have to worry about any of that, and then we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so I just finished that stalk. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get one. I watched them come off the top hill and go into a little canyon, so I came up the other side of the canyon from them, and it worked out really well because I popped out at about 20 to 30 yards from some of the does. I didn't range them because I didn't want them to see me moving, and I was kind of trying to get the camera set up. The buck was at 50 or 60, and eventually one of the does spotted me. I mean, they're antelope, they catch everything. So the herd kind of blew out. Once one spots you, the rest lock right in. They're pretty good about that, but that's all right. All it means is we get to do another stalk. We just came around this hill. It's about 9:15. We're looking for bedded bucks because that's what we're hoping to find, and we actually glassed up a buck that was bedded directly under a little cliff, which is the first time we've had that antelope hunting. Usually they bed out in the open, so this is prime opportunity. We're gonna go and sneak up above the cliff. The wind's good, and hopefully, if we're lucky, he won't notice us and we can get an arrow in him, but we'll see. So those antelope were bedded on the back side of this point right here. And we're going to sneak in and we're going to move along this right here and then hop up on that point and try to get a shot. But 4 does that we couldn't see were bedded on the top of that sagebrush flat up there. And we started working in here. They all took off and we're guessing took the antelope with them. I mean, when antelope get scared, they all run. So we're going to drive around and see what happened. But unfortunately, that's how it goes. I'm actually kind of amazed at how spooky these antelope are. I'm sitting about 800 yards from one buck, and he's already getting antsy and starting to move out. And then there's bucket, geez, I don't know, half a mile away that is just locked onto me right now. It's so wide open in this area that they can just see for miles, and they do not like me being here. There's some more popping over this skyline. I mean, I'm seeing a lot more goats than I did when I was scouting up here, but I think they're just super wary this time of year. I mean, it's right before the rut, and so the bucks aren't too interested in the females yet, and the females are always kind of wild, so we'll see. I mean, this buck's walking off. He's in the wide open though, so I don't know how I'm gonna make a play on him. This one that's skylined looks a little better to me. If he can just stay on that skyline, then I could maybe work on the backside of the hill or something. Okay, we actually have a buck close to the road. I think the sagebrush is tall enough I can sneak in without him seeing me. Sneak around this. Taking my shoes off now. A fawn might have blew it for me because he couldn't see me until I stood up, at least I couldn't see him, but we'll see. I mean, he's just gonna hang out at that distance. He knows he's safe. Did you see him? Let's run this way. Even farther there, he's at 80. I don't think I can make that shot. Plus, he's so spooked right now. Wouldn't be very ethical. He could probably, run too much. He was at like 20 yards. I just saw his horns. He's bedded down right there.
I learned pretty fast the majority of spot and stalk antelope hunting is watching them run off. Failed stalk after failed stalk.
We're gonna go see what happened and then go from there and make a different plan. Okay, looks like there's a group of about 5 goats bedded on the backside of this hill right here. So I'm gonna grab my bow, try to sneak in there around them. I'm gonna sneak over top and try to come in from above. I think the buck's bedded right against the hill, so I think I'll be able to do it, but you never know. They're antelope.
When I let the arrow go, initially I was worried. The shot didn't hit exactly where I intended for it to go. Whether it be the angle of the hill or just a poor shot, I missed. Luckily for me, it was still enough right that the arrow passed through all his vitals and the goat expired extremely quickly.
I finally got one. The does are running right now down there. It was a little more back than I wanted, but he jumped right and went straight into his vitals, so he died in like 15 seconds. He's down. That's my first archery antelope. Crazy stalk. I came down that rock chute right there and around, went off this peak, and I shot him right down there on that rock. I got it all on film. He's laying right there. Okay guys, incredibly thankful for this experience. Thankful one gave me an opportunity to stalk it and, you know, put him down quickly. It's truly an amazing hunt. I don't know how many stalks I blew until I finally got one. It's my first antelope with a bow, so I couldn't be happier. He's not a giant by any means, but he's fat, he'll eat good, and just truly amazing experience. Get to shoot one off a cliff, like it's a bucket list thing right there. But just awesome. Super happy to get to do this and super thankful.
Thank you to everybody that took the time to tune into this episode. And don't forget to subscribe because we got a lot more action coming your way.